So what are you excited about so much, G? What are you excited about so much?
There's this crazy idea I've always had. Well, not idea, but I
Pull the mic, bro.
one thing I know for sure, right?
Don't tell me, mic.
About Imali, nah?
Yeah.
Is numbers game is very, very, very funny, bro. Tina says streaming is good, but I've thought of literally opening street vendor shops before that sell food.
I've done that.
On my plate.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, so much money in it. So I discussed it with this girl. This girl, literally, nice rich girl, Hlanga 10, but Hlanga go alone and she doesn't have a job. So she just decided to go around, go to construction sites and all of that. Abuze abantu. Abuze construction site managers and all of that about where the workers get their food, Then she just started cooking from home.
Yeah.
She did this at first, which it wasn't so good. Right now, she's telling me she got 30 clients today. 30 times 40, that's 1.2.
Sure.
1.2 times 5. How much is she making
Bro,
a week?
she's...
You know what I mean?
She's calling...
Now she's making 6,000 rand a week.
Yo.
Clean on land. And it's a car. So, and you don't suffer again. I told her to just, and then I'm going to come, I say right here. Let's go open street vendors. Now imagine 5 of those. How much are you making?
That's a lot of money.
6 times 5.
That's a lot of money. You know, there's a guy who became a millionaire from doing that. From Turn on His Tim.
Oh, yeah.
That guy.
He just did that.
He says there's a video he released on Facebook, on YouTube, where he was talking about how he made his first million. So he said he did that. He had I think at the time he had 3 or 4 wives, and so they opened up the first store or the first restaurant where they cook in the street at a taxi rank, and then sell the chow to the taxi drivers and to the passengers. So at like $30 a plate, and bro, they opened up another one and another one and another one. So with him, wild and service, which we give you good quality service, good food, everything is good. The utensils are proper, it's not shit that you can just like bend and it's fucked, it's good cutlery, plates, alles, and now because he's got a lot of wives, he's got a lot of franchises he can open, and then he circulator corner you go with the best. Yeah, dog. No, that's a good idea, bro.
It's so crazy. When I spoke to her about this, she had told me what she's doing. So now, at first, I thought, isn't that a mission? Nah. But it's easier because now she's cooking from home. She does not need to be setting up stores and whatnot. But I saw it at a different level. So I've always thought of this thing called greedy chicken. Right? So I once went to a Nanda with my friend, Linda. And then I was hungry. So I'm like, hey, dude. Good. It's like, no, don't. I'm actually gonna take you to this other shack up the road. We're gonna walk there. Gonna go chow chicken. So I'm like, okay, dope. And I like the chicken made from the street, so one with the sauce. Shayi Ibrahim.
What do they call it? Chicken dust.
Chicken dust.
Yeah.
So we get to this place, bro. This is a shack with a patio type of vibe.
Yeah.
So Ibrahim and everything else are packed. It's 30 rand. Literally for a quarter of a chicken with pap, with chakalaka or whatever, chatin or whatever on the side. 30 rand. That line, bro, Glandau, there was literally probably, if I'm counting correctly, about 20 people standing there wanting to buy. Abanye batengi full chicken, batengi quarter chicken, batengi half chicken.
Yo.
Do you know it costs price your chicken? If you're buying in bulk and you're buying from a distributor or you supply a chicken, it's about 30 rand or 20 rand.
For a full chicken.
Yeah. For a full chicken. That time, Tina was passing 10 at 40 rand, 45, 50 rand.
Yeah.
So if you're getting it there. Now, in December, I was chilling at home. After I just smoked and stuff, just chilling, had a joint. So, I think deep into this thing. And I was like, let me actually play the numbers game. Let me do numbers and figure out what's going on here. Bro, do you understand? right? If you have one stall, and this stall is making you 600 rand
Yeah.
a day profit, 600 rand a day profit from a food stall that's selling chicken. Very possible. I mean, that's the minimum count at 300.
Yeah.
Trust me. Abantu benhloko go home with about 2,000 rand profit sometimes. Now, 600 rand a day. If you had 25 of the same stores, right, within a Casio, within KZN or Durban, that means a day you're making 15,000 rand. Right?
Yeah.
600 minimum. Nah? Now, take 15,000 rand and times it by 25 days. 25 days, not 30 days. Give 5 days bad days. Right? That's 330,000 rand a month. And then you multiply that by 6 months, that's 2.250 bars in 6 months. And this is a simple concept.
Bro, it's very simple.
All you need is chicken, is raw chicken. The flavor you buy, not the flavor, what you call
I guess
this?
the quality is also important. I mean,
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
Spices, sauces, what do you call this? Pap, chatini, those things you buy in bulk.
Bro.
So it's cost price yako is close to nothing.
It is.
Yeah, bro. So that thing fascinated me a lot. And then I gave her a call after that, and I was like, man. And then she was like, yeah, I'm still trying to. And then I was like, yes, you exercise. For now, learn the market. Yeah, bro. Especially if you're dealing with Hlanga. Learn the market, study it. Hlanga, people that work in Hlanga don't live in Hlanga. So most of them don't want to spend the money. Yeah, but they'd rather opt out to spend it the same way they do in the Casio in their village.
Exactly,
Yeah,
to save money.
yeah, so it's crazy.
Dog, that's you do it, bro. And a lot of people look down upon it. Yeah, but a lot of smart people look down upon it. You can market it properly. You can have proper operations and run it like an actual business, and then that's when you can have the potential of actually coining it. Yeah, because these guys, the guys that are operating now, they don't even put their money in the bank. You know what I'm saying?
I coca speed points they don't have.
Bro, they don't even have speed points, these guys. Only now. Only not even bonke food, but I mean, I'm not trust me, man. So dog, I promise you, bro, I think it's a good concept, bro. Yeah, but plus we're gonna be having free lunch in the office, so that's good.
Imagine thinking now.
Same concept as Afro's Chicken. They opened up their franchise.
It's still going.
It's still going, Afro.
Triggers in Cape Town.
Serious?
Yeah,
it's
but
tragic. Like
yeah.
it was only like it was good.
Why, bro?
I don't know. They just disappeared. But they were going. I mean, people from Durban that lived in Cape Town, everyone knew where
Afro's
was. But then all of a sudden, I think last year, just
So that's a Durban joint.
yeah, it's a Durban thing.
Oh, I didn't know, bro.
Yeah.
I didn't know. What's popular in Cape Town?
In terms of what?
In terms of chow.
first of all,
Like we've got bunnies, yeah.
Bunny or quarter.
Oh, it depends where you are, bro.
Cook
Cape Town's
sisters.
so separated. Like people like to eat meat. Like you go to Rand's or you go to Ekasi. You know what I mean? Like,
Gatsby.
yeah, Gatsby's.
Yeah.
Gatsby's the
There's a
one.
place called Cozy Corner or something like that. Yeah, it's like the best Gatsby's.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't.
Holy smokes, yeah, Gatsby's.
Gatsby's in Cape Town.
Yeah.
Yeah, they've tried it here in KZN. I'm at Gatsby's, but it wasn't very popular. But it's nice though, that thing. Roti wraps. Yeah, bro. So Gatsby's, huh? And Cook Sisters, and
yeah, not so much Cook Sisters. I haven't dabbled in that. But yeah, I know Gatsby's for sure.
For sure, bro.
Yeah.
So, bro, how are you liking Durban, man?
I mean, I grew up here, so like it's just.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Which school did you go to? High school?
I went to Westville Boys.
Oh.
Yeah. So
Where?
I went to Westville from like grade 1 to literally matric.
Yeah.
So I couldn't wait to like
get out of
get the fuck out.
I went to the other end of the country.
Hey, bro.
So yeah, I mean it's home for me.
Yeah.
Like, like I'm familiar. It's not like I'm in a new place. So yeah, it's always calming coming back as well. Like it just resets you. Because obviously in Cape Town, it's literally something every single day.
Bro, that's like another country, bro.
By the way, interesting fact. Do you guys know that Cape Town has about 300 spots of entertainment? Whether it's restaurants. Yeah. I found that out through First Thursdays.
Yeah, first heat outside.
I used to go to every First Thursday.
Oh yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah.
I heard about it when I was there last week.
Free alcohol, party at most places.
Yeah,
you
arts
know.
play. People are looking at art. You didn't even know anything about art. You just
You live dry.
Yeah.
What do? They give you free alcohol?
Yeah, brands mostly collab Galogo. Klambi, they will collab with, there's that old optometrist. You know the Pana when you walk, it's in town close to Zonnebloem.
Yeah.
Apparently it's the oldest optometrist in Cape Town. So a lot of craft brands like collaborating with them. You'll find whiskeys collaborating with Hip and Happening, clothing stores. You know? So inside a clothing store, first
like on art gallery, there'll be like wine tastings and
Yeah.
different things. Yeah.
So now is that like all over the city or just like Long Street?
There's
or?
hotspots of it, like Bree Street, like different. Like the whole like just town in general is just happening in that period.
On every Thursday.
Every
first Thursday of every month.
My
That's
man,
crazy.
that's
bro.
where you meet the nice, weird, autistic girls. You know, those creatives.
Yeah, I didn't expect my first podcast to go like this.
Yeah, nah, man.
Yeah,
No,
actually
no.
dope though, because I watch a lot of podcasts.
Yeah.
And I always thought about like what it would be like to actually like do one. You know what I mean? So so it's actually pretty dope. There's so many camera angles.
Yeah.
Just seeing how you do it is dope as well.
Yeah, bro. Well, we trying to be the best podcaster right now. We want to be the best podcast. We gonna be the best podcast in Durban.
Yeah, of course.
It's
been written.
Do you know what I'm saying? We gonna be, bro, and this is gonna go on the Durbanites, because just of the vibe of it. Yeah, well, the Durbanite is a page that we started. We do like interviews at like at there's this strip Devonport or Florida Road, which is like the Florida. Fuck.
Yeah.
Dog, this guy's from Durban. Yeah, well, we just literally ask women only, strictly questions. Usually it's a bit naughty, the questions we ask them, but it's not like naughty. We're not asking Pornhub type of questions. Just for fun. Yeah, well, and for entertainment, for the guys that are watching, they love it. And this here also is going to jump on there. We're going to put it on the Durbanites and people are going to watch because you're also such a fun character. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. So now, which podcast do you like, dog?
I watch... varies. So I watch a bit of Joe Budden. I watch who's that other white? Oh, Joe
Rogan. Oh, I love Joe Rogan.
Yeah. I don't watch him religiously. Only if recommended it on YouTube.
Yeah. Which episode of Joe Rogan's is your favorite?
The Kanye one's pretty fucked up.
I didn't like that one. It was
the
boring.
Elon Musk one, obviously, everyone's probably gonna say that one.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah, man, there's been a couple. I watch also Impulsive with Logan Paul. I watch. Who else do I even watch? I watch this other thing called Mama's Basements.
Yeah.
It's on Spotify only though. I listen to it.
Yeah.
And then that's pretty much it, really. Yeah. So
Bro,
people that talk about like the culture, like YouTube culture, LA and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That's kind of what I'm interested in.
Yeah, bro, because you obviously a creator as well.
Yeah.
So how did it all start for you, bro? How did you get into it?
Bro, I don't know. I grew up wanting to be a football player.
Football player?
Yeah.
So you must be very good.
I'd say I'm pretty decent. So that was actually my motto from like probably as young as I could remember until 16. So like every year my dad new boots, like dad new club, dad this, dad
Did you make
training.
the first team?
Yeah. So
Shit. Wait, the first team,
You were close.
but school soccer is different, huh?
Yeah, it's very
I will
different.
tell you, bro. Like, it's different politics and club level and different. So I was pushing, school football, club football, and then.
But how's it different, dog?
It's like have you ever noticed? There's no if you watch rugby, every rugby gent has gone to a rugby school.
Yeah.
There's Craven Weeks. There's facilities for kids in school to make it as a rugby player. All the schools are geared to build the next
cricket
Springbok.
as well.
It's not like that in football.
Yeah, which is fucked up.
That's what we were saying at our school. It's just it doesn't. That's our country's never going to be where it can be with football because it's just not like that with rugby. It's different. So there's those. So in football for school, it's like you playing every sport, but then there's soccer, like especially at white school.
It's always even at my school, bro.
It's always an extra. But
and it's so funny. And it's so funny to know who was coaching our Hudson Park High School, East London. You know who was coaching our you know who was coaching. By the way, there's only one team in soccer, which is the first team. So if you don't make the trials, you can't play soccer.
What? I've never heard of that.
I'm being serious. And soccer at Hudson only started around about 2009, 2010. Yeah, it's like mixture, you know.
That's
It's
interesting.
a co-ed. Yeah, bro, it's crazy. So the coach, and has been the coach ever since it started.
Yeah,
is like Mr. Kaba. I know the Mr. Kaba. I forgot our Xhosa teacher. He was our Xhosa teacher. Yeah. That nigga was the coach.
I remember.
They never gave him sponsorships. They didn't have sponsorships. They didn't put any effort
and
towards
they probably
it.
played with like some schools from Elokshini and
bro,
like some fucked up schools or some shit like that.
That's great. Yeah, because the schools with money where they could put in, they don't into football. Like that's the opposite to my school. Soccer was the most played sport.
Was it the most?
Yeah, but rugby and swimming were the main priority. But football was the most
and
played.
cricket, Westfield, ne?
Yeah, and it was the most successful like sporting like department. Like, winning
It's pretty sad, bro.
Yeah.
But I think that we have the government to blame. Do you know that? What countries has it from?
Belgium.
Belgium, I think they won the World Cup in the 90s, somewhere there.
Yeah.
Did they?
They've definitely won a World Cup before.
Yeah. So when they won it, bro, and then after that, their team was just shit. It went into shambles, bro. They were losing games. I think some years they couldn't even make it into the World Cup.
Yeah.
And then it was crazy, bro.
I think that's funny.
So now the whole country, bro, the government, from the president to the ministers to the sports ministers, had a plan of what we're going to do. We're going to teach, each school is going to play one formation. I think it was 4-3-4 or something.
Okay.
And we're going to invest money and training and teaching these kids. We're going to groom everyone, every school. We're trying to get the best of the best of the best. But it started from the bottom up, dog. And this thing is going to be a long-term thing. It's not going to happen in 5 years. It's not going to happen in 10. But let's look at it from a 20-year perspective. And each school is playing the same formation, the same type of football. You don't hold the ball, you pass it. You know what I mean? Everything, the training was all the same throughout the whole country. How dope is that? And then they ended up becoming one of the. I think in the past 10 years they've been the best team in the country.
Youngest like doper squad. Like those guys are all like mid-20s now, and they all grew up together, and they all like.
How dope is that, though,
like,
bro?
They all dope. De Bruyne, Hazard, Lukaku, all those guys are like the same group of kids that just grew up in that system, I guess.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
And it's so sad, guys. I grew up in Eastern Cape. For me, as much as you get to your Blooms, your KZNs and whatnot, and it's so funny that the one province, right, for me in South Africa that I think is overly focused in rugby is Eastern Cape.
Yeah, it is.
It is, man.
All cultures.
But the funniest thing about it, Eastern Cape doesn't have a club.
Doesn't it have a club?
We had Border Bulldogs. It's shut down now.
Didn't they have that one? I can't even remember.
Oh,
like
there's Southern Kings now in PE, which is under Vula recently.
Yeah.
But for years it's been Border Bulldogs. And the Border Bulldogs never even made it. I think it's been into the Currie Cup. Guy won once. Prior to that, nothing. After that, all they were doing, same thing that happens in our country. Government releases funds, the fans don't even get to East London.
Mm.
Put a Bulldog Stadium and everything. They don't even get to it. I remember they tried to save it recently, I think a couple of years back, 2 or 3 years back. And they released a couple of bars to help it out. And my friend Unande was doing some service providing for the actual stadium and then his invoices weren't getting paid for quite some time, right? And so he went and asked the guy he knows that's in the board and stuff. And so when he was explaining this to me, he actually told me this holiday. I was in East London for the first time in 3 years. Imagine. And I grew up there. So he's like, dude, this guy just looked at me with a blank face and was like, don't you want to call Department of Sports and whatnot, all the way in King and ask them where that money went? Apparently it didn't even get to East London. They finished it in the office.
Sure.
There.
Sure.
You know what they do, bro.
Yeah.
They do purchase orders. They do you submit invoices and act like they did the work, but they didn't.
They don't pay you.
So it goes a long way. And the one debate we've always had, because we grew up in rugby, bro.
Yeah.
You know, Eastern Cape is crazy about rugby.
Bro.
Labonapan, rugby.
Is it safe to say it's the rugby capital of South
Africa?
Africa?
Capital. And if you actually look around and you see the clubs and everyone, most players come from
Eastern Cape.
Born in the Eastern
Even
Cape.
I was my, but until I was 7, I was trying to be a rugby player. Like,
You would have been a great scrum half.
I was a scrum half.
Yeah.
Like until maybe grade 7 or 6. My dad was like, "Alright, chief." I got like a couple injuries, and my dad was like, "It's time to push football only now."
I was funny thing is I was also kind of good in primary. I was fly off till I got a seizure on the field.
Seizure, bro.
Yeah, the doctor was like, "Hey, dude, contact sports, just stop it for the rest of the year." And then after that, I just focused on the other sports, tennis, swimming. I was a good swimmer, by the way. So I was just like, swimming and music, I'll take it on. So I was still saying the biggest debate within Eastern Cape has always been
Corruption
and the divide.
Yeah.
What you just said, the divide between rugby and soccer.
Yeah.
Now, in Eastern Cape and in the country, it lives that there's a huge divide within the actual sport called rugby.
Yeah.
Right? Omic meal, but it's levels to the shit. You know what I mean? There's always the higher guys, you know? The privileged ones. I remember Funda Goma Hatsin, Goma Southport.
Dale College.
You know, Dale College and all of that. And then you get the ones that go to Transkei and everything. Niggas are fast.
Yeah.
Niggas can catch the ball. They might not be as skilled or with this, you know how it gets in sports, you know? There becomes a certain way of stepping, the cool steps and everything. And the niggas there just know how to catch the ball and run. They know how to tackle you. They know how to be rough.
Yeah.
But now disadvantage is those guys don't have the channels these guys have.
Exactly.
First of all, those guys go to the field sometimes hungry. And you have to sweat, you have to run, you have to do this, you have to do this.
It's crazy.
And Zambi, you know, in life, such things, you know, it becomes such a norm and such, you know, that you don't care about it.
You don't worry about it.
You don't worry about it. But now, those guys still find themselves in a situation. Do you know what they did in Eastern Cape?
Right.
They have a border A and a border B, I think. So the border B is more of your Transkei. Imagine.
Is that what's that? Is that a team or like?
It's the same club.
Yeah.
So you know border.
Yeah.
Right? When you're in high school and then after that when you play provincial.
Yeah.
So it's called border in the Eastern Cape.
Okay.
Yeah, bro? There was border A and border B. Border A is basically the privileged ones.
Yeah.
And then border B is your Transkei, your Mtata in the rules. Like
it's shit.
Immediately you're shifting your own mindset as the scouts and everyone to think differently about those ones.
Exactly.
And you know, if you're watching them play, you're only looking for one player.
Yeah, bro.
The best one, and you're gonna take them there and send them here. And then what happens there? It stays the same.
Exactly.
There's a guy named Undalo. I went to varsity with. This used to be a huge debate between me and I. That guy is the chief of Willow Vale. And Undalo went to Kersney. Yeah, bro? Esuka Mtata from a school Mtata one time this other year apparently just got there. It's like, yeah, I'm sending you to Kersney. Oh, so he didn't know Krasny when he got there. He found out shit. This is one of the top schools.
Yeah.
You know, school fees, whatnot. And then Undalo has this dream, right? Willowvale, by the way, is Ilali's Eastern Cape. You see where the hole in the wall is. Yeah, it's close to there. So it has a beach.
Yeah.
And
I was just thinking that.
Yeah, there's this place called Cobbin. So Zilali but Kukulwal. Then the beach, there's nice houses and stuff. A couple of them white people went there and took land and whatnot. So I've always had this dream of building a smart city there. And a city that can sustain its own economy.
Hey,
So-
bro.
So everyone that's there is making everything run. So with something like that, you could even literally start your own currency.
Yes.
You can literally have a smart city and run it off your own cryptocurrency that you started. And
Exactly.
you got nothing to do with the government.
Bro.
But obviously, now you're playing with mafias. You don't know
Yeah.
if you're gonna die.
Hey, my G.
Yeah, but
At a global scale, you're not just playing with.
You know-
you're playing with mafias at a global scale because you're playing with the world, the globalists and the elitists. They don't want that.
Yeah, but-
They don't even want Africa to have its own currency, bro.
So Undalo has always had this vision,
Yeah.
of getting investors from overseas and starting, and Aputlise is gone. Yabo, but by starting a solid rugby academy. Yabo. The reason why Great Bloom is so good at rugby is because, and I'm sorry, I'll say Boris, but from a young age, that boy was carrying a rugby ball.
Yeah.
He had access to a field with green, nice grass, everything.
Exactly.
That boy from a young age was eating proper oats. He was, you know what I mean? Yeah.
Hi, Paris, bro.
Yeah. From grade one.
Yeah.
From grade one, that kid had access to facilities.
Yeah.
Bro, have you seen the facilities at Great Bloom?
It's crazy.
Crazy.
Yeah.
So now, how are you going to take that person and compare them to
Chitasekasi.
to get to the field where the matches happen?
But it's possible, bro. But I
They
see
need to
what
walk
you're
20
saying.
Ks.
It's crazy, bro.
It's possible, but
Yeah.
it takes a lot.
It does. It does. Dog. So Mfethu, this guy is busy babbling on, bro. I'm sure the viewers are like, we just want to hear about Hlanga. We don't care about who this guy. And some people actually know who you are, and they're like, yo, just let the guy speak. Won't you niggas shut the fuck up?
Sorry, guys.
Now what was the shut? Oh yeah, shut about just how I transition. Oh yeah, so football is my main sort of passion and priority for a lot of my life, and then like around 15, 16,
Yeah.
I had like 2 major surgeries on my shoulder that like and then I wasn't playing like competitively or anything. I was just like recovering for like 6 months and then another 6 months, so it was basically almost like a year out. And like that's like your development, like your peak developing stage, and like where like niggas that are serious are doing the serious things now. Like if you're gonna become
16, eh?
yeah, like from 16 years old, you need a 16, 17, 18. That's when it's like, okay, you need to pick a path or like
Yeah.
or like get scouts or
Yeah.
like start being serious about whatever you're doing.
Yeah.
And during that time I was out injured, and like I was like in hospital for a bit for like my surgery, so I was like watching a bunch of YouTube, just keeping myself entertained, that kind of stuff. And then I realized I saw like this shit like not like this is actually like this looks pretty fun.
Yeah.
And then I got like glued to like YouTube in like grade 10 or not, like end of grade 9ish.
Yeah. How old were you then? I mean,
probably like 15, 16. Yeah.
What year was that?
Probably I'd say like 2015, 2014, around there. And then the more I was watching these kids like just literally making videos in their rooms,
Bro.
and I realized that these guys are making a living from this, and this is their life.
This is
like,
dope. But then you're
and
not
it
worried
is-
about the money aspect at the
Yeah,
time.
yeah. I'm
you just
literally
want to
like-
have fun.
Yeah, yeah. And I'm like, alright, cool. Then I saw like there was this one gent that was like from South Africa, and he sort of like some white guy, bro. I can't even remember. Like he went overseas.
I know him. I know the guy, but I forgot his name. I actually
Yeah.
subscribed to his channel.
Yeah, something.
I think it has a does it have a
No.
sound?
Either I was Casper Lee.
Casper, that's the guy.
Or
That's
Dan
the
Mace,
guy.
one of those two guys.
Yeah,
So,
Dan, bro, that guy is crazy when it comes to cinematography.
Yeah, he's
Woo.
nuts. So I was watching those guys.
Did
and
you
then-
like? Did you watch a little bit of Casey?
Yeah.
Casey Neistat?
Casey. Yeah,
that's
as well.
that's actually one of the first YouTubers I fell in love with, bro.
Yeah.
Casey was amazing. I actually started vlogging as well because of him. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Same. So yeah, and then I started this I was like, fuck, like I was telling my friends about it. I'm gonna try to start a channel.
Mm.
And one of the homies in my class was like, "Yo, bro, like I'm also watching those guys. Should we like try something?"
Yeah.
And we tried it, and then all like our friends were like laughing, like, "What
Yeah.
the fuck are you guys doing?" Because obviously I'm at an all boys school, and we are like just making
Fucking
videos, yeah, like you know what I mean. And
Yeah.
then the guy that I was doing it with, like he was like kind of shy, like not as serious about it as like me.
And then you
So
changed.
I was like, alright, cool, I'm gonna do this on my own.
And then you booted him.
No, I didn't. I was like, yo, we can still do videos together, bro. But
But you're gonna
I have to like, I'm
push
trying to,
harder.
I'm gonna try to push on my own channel and whatever we want to do.
Yeah.
But we ended up not doing anything on our other channel, and I just ended up growing my personal thing.
Yeah.
So I was like, I didn't have a camera. My parents didn't know what I was doing. I was just filming stuff in my room.
With your cell phone.
With my cell phone.
That's how you start, though, right?
Using my mom's iPad to edit.
Yeah.
She didn't know anything about anything. And then then my friends were still like laughing, like then I did some videos with my friends. And more and more people were like, okay, this is kind of cool. But everyone was still like, oh, what's this YouTube thing? Like whatever.
Yeah.
And then in school, like obviously, like I'm walking around, everyone's like, "Oh, you make the videos." Like,
Are you serious?
yeah,
And
like,
then people started noticing you.
yeah. But like
Yeah.
it was more like of like a joke, not like a like shit. Like that's dope. It was kind of like just like, it's like one guy in your school that started making music.
Yeah.
And then everyone knows him for like that.
Yeah,
you know
yeah.
what I mean? But I was still I was still pushing football because I was still playing.
Yeah. It's
sports
like
and
a
shit.
situation where, have you heard this guy's track? Oh, this guy makes music. Let me hear his
Yeah.
track. I just want to
Yeah.
hear how he sounds. So
Yeah.
people start sharing your videos in that sort of a manner.
Yeah, so no one, and everyone back then, it was still early. Like YouTube, people didn't even watch it. Like people didn't even know how to subscribe.
Yeah. People were actually
Didn't even have the app on their phone.
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
like
It's crazy.
it was and then around grade 11, it was like you have to choose like subjects, what you're gonna do.
Mm.
And I went to Cape Town on a holiday with my parents, and I vlogged it, or like just like whatever. Just because I was watching Ben Brown at the time.
Mm-hmm.
So I was just like, let me vlog this thing. I was like, I need to move to Cape Town. Like I told my parents in like grade 11 or 10, like that's where I'm going. They're like, what you gonna do? I'm like, I'm making videos. I don't know.
I'm gonna be a YouTuber.
Yeah.
They're like,
But then obviously,
YouTuber.
like, are you? Come on.
That's
like,
fine.
actually, yeah, you know what I mean. So then I
Yeah.
had to like obviously choose something, and then I was gonna be like, and I was still dedicated to football as well.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, if I'm not gonna be a soccer player, I need to be on the field or like be involved. So I was like, I'm gonna try to like be a physiotherapist or something.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I don't really know.
So you wanted to stick with football?
Yeah,
Oh.
I wanted to do whatever because I wanted to do something that I enjoyed. Like I never wanted to like just do something for my parents or just do something
Yeah.
just
That's
for the
the
money
worst,
of it.
bro.
You know what I mean? So
That's
I was
the worst.
like,
So your parents actually just allowed you to just choose your own path?
yeah. So as long as like I had an education and whatever I enjoyed, you know, it wasn't like you have to be a doctor or this. It was kind of like, what do you? So it was like a physio. Then like end of grade 11, I started watching this other guy. His name was like Create Tyler and this other guy Adam Horwitz, and they were like lifestyle vloggers, and they were like living this lifestyle that was crazy, like traveling private jets, girls, all this stuff. And I was like, how are these guys doing this?
Oh, these guys, where are they getting the money from?
Yeah, like what?
There's
what
this
is
popular
this?
guy. What's his name? Even his style of, he actually sort of influenced the style of travel vlogging.
Jay Alvarez.
No, the other guy.
Sam Calder.
Yeah, Sam.
Yeah.
Coleman.
This was before Sam Calder.
Before Sam.
Yeah. I was in like grade 11 at this point. Well, yeah. And I researched and I saw they were doing like this thing called like they just called it like internet marketing. I was like, what? What is internet marketing thing? You know what I mean? And they're like, no, we make money like from our laptops. Like this other guy's like, yeah, I dropped out of school. I use my skill sets and I work remotely and I'm able to live this lifestyle. I design my own lifestyle from like literally my laptop. And I was like, what? How? You know what I mean? And this guy was like, he's a young kid. So I'm looking at this like, whoa, you know, like I could try to do that. I want to do this. You know?
Yeah, bro.
Because it's like, why should I go and do a linear lifestyle or like do like a fall into the system of like what society told you to do and stuff. So I was researched, and I realized, okay, so it's like social media marketing and all this stuff. It's like, how do I get a degree in this? Because my dad was like, I can only live in Cape Town if I'm getting like an education. So I was like, because there's no one doing what I was doing in Durban either.
Yeah.
So like, I was like in this bubble in Durban where everyone's like not like closed-minded, but not like open to like what I was interested in and trying to like, you know, work like I was trying to build something like me. So I was like, I need to get to Cape Town because I saw like that's where all the YouTubers are. That's where everyone that's like.
Yeah. Who was YouTubing from Cape Town at the time?
Dan Mace. Ben Brown.
Dan Mace. Have you met Dan?
Yeah.
Have you met him?
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah. I was. So that was also cool.
How is he in person, bro? He seemed like a very nice guy in his videos, bro.
Yeah, he's pretty cool. A lot of my friends have worked with him and stuff.
Yeah. So
I just met him through work. Never like friends of friends or work stuff. You know, never like actually hang out with them. So yeah, and then this other guy, Visual Rev, he was also there in Cape Town. So I was like, I need to go there.
Yeah. But
then I needed to study, so. I found I needed to I checked UCT if they had this digital marketing degree. I just wanted to study digital marketing.
Yeah, at
anywhere in South Africa, but like I wanted to specifically be in Cape Town. So UCT only had it as a short course.
UCT.
Yeah, they had it as a short course back then when I was applying in like matric grade 11. Because now I've changed from wanting to be a physio. I'm studying bio. I'm studying everything, and I'm not even gonna use these subjects. But it's like I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to do that. Yeah. So then Vega was the only institution in the country that had like what I wanted to study as a degree. Everything else was like short courses, and I was like, I need a degree, you know. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna enroll at Vega, but now it's a private uni and it's gang expensive. Like it's ridiculous. And I've like obviously I didn't go to a private school for high school. It's like a semi-private. It's like just it's not like Kersney or Hilton or like this. So my parents are gonna have to cough up like a lot of money for this, and plus it's a Vega in Durban. Yeah. So now I have to push like the narrative for me to be in Cape Town.
Yeah, you need
even
to
when even though I could study it in Durban, you know. But then luckily they let me go to Cape Town because as long as I was studying, then it was fine. So yeah.
So do you end up studying in Vega?
Yeah, studied Vega in Cape Town, and I moved out there with my homie in school who I met, Dan. He's a filmmaker. He pretty much taught me everything I know about like editing, filmmaking, like just anything creative. Because in high school when I was doing my vlogs, he was in the art like class. Yeah. And he was operating cameras and stuff, and I didn't know anything about anything. Yeah. So I would go.
So you guys are operating like, is this in high school or college?
And in high school first. That's when I first started hanging out with him. But like he was like in the art class. So
in the art class in high school there was cameras.
There was like cameras. There was Macs, there was all this stuff.
Yeah, for editing and for doing drama for the actors and for the editors. And so they were teaching people how to operate cameras and.
Yeah, there was a photography task team. I joined the photography task team just so I could use the cameras for my YouTube videos.
Are you serious, bro?
Yeah. So I would take the cameras home from the thing, but take photos of hockey people, like swimmers during like, and then take the camera home and then shoot my video. That's the only reason I did it. So while I was doing that in high school, I met Dan, who was like, he was like good. Like I was like, how are you so good? Like whatever, we hang out. He shot some videos with me, whatever.
Is Dan not the guy? You know, the first time I came across your videos, you were reacting to one of these YouTubers or one of these YouTube videos. You were with, I don't know whether it was Dan.
Another white guy. Yeah. That's Jaden. I think it might have been Jaden.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dan's he's not like really in front of the camera like that. He likes being behind. Like, he likes shooting. So probably wasn't Dan.
And you guys were laughing at these girls with fat asses and big tits and you know, you're just laughing at those videos. It was crazy. You're reacting to South African videos.
South African YouTubers.
Yeah, I think that's the one. Yeah. That was crazy, bro.
Yeah, bro. This Dan guy, I would leave my friends that are like, they like the party goers and they like sports butts and they like my black friends like just trying to like, you know, talk about girls and
Yeah.
just every break, you know, like
yeah,
that
they're
group.
just talking.
Like the cool niggas, you know.
Yeah.
So I'm leaving them to go to the art room like during the breaks, and they're like, "Where you going, bro?" I'm like, "Nah, I'm going into the art room, like chill." So they're like, "What the fuck?" You know what I mean? So I'm chilling in this art room like every
wrong with this
after
look?
school, going there, chilling with Dan, this guy, and then he's like, "Oh, I'm also going to Cape Town next year, like to do like some film stuff. I'm going to go to Vega as well." So we got to like this small room, like digs like room thing in Cape Town together in first year. It was so tiny, like it was ridiculous. We shared a kitchen with these other two guys,
Yeah.
but we just wanted to be in Cape Town, and then
It was small, eh?
it was tiny.
So you all shared a room.
No. I had like my own small room with the
Okay, and
bathroom,
then he had
he
his
was like
own room.
next to me, and then we shared a kitchen. That's
Yeah.
it. It was like in a building.
Yeah, in
And
Cape Town.
Yeah.
Where?
I was on,
Where in
I was
Cape
on
Town?
Loop Street, which is like next to Long Street. So it was like
Oh, it was in town.
Central, yeah.
Holy smokes!
So it was like my parents could afford it.
How
at
much was
least.
that?
It was like 4,000 something.
4,000 for a small
four-
shoebox.
Yeah. Yeah, it was tiny.
It's crazy.
And then so me and Dan were just I was trying to do the vlog thing. He was trying to just build his portfolio in Cape Town. So he needed a model and someone to shoot it. And I needed someone to help me with my vlog. So it just worked out.
Yeah. So
And then-
so you were modeling for his photography.
and I was doing my vlogs like
with his camera.
yeah,
and asking him to shoot
yeah,
for you.
yeah. And he wanted to like do like build his portfolio and the shooting side of things. And then yeah, so he taught me everything like operating camera, editing. I was editing on another software.
What
like,
software was it?
Sony Vegas.
Are you serious? You started with Sony Vega?
Yeah, and then he's like, "Nah, bro, you need to get Premiere Pro." I was
Yeah.
like, "Nah," and then he like forced me.
So now with Sony Vega, were you paying or were you
Nah,
using the free?
cracked.
You cracked it?
Yeah, I cracked everything. I still have a cracked version of Premiere Pro now.
Me too.
Yeah. So
I actually went from the paid version. I was like, shit, this shit is shit expensive.
Yeah.
When I found out that a bunch of other creators out there are actually using, even fucking agencies are using cracked versions. But I was like,
Literally.
what? And I'm the only one who's paying. I'm not paying anymore. It's
yeah,
crazy,
so yeah, I just got that, and then he taught me everything. And then for that year, because we were living in such a small like place, all we wanted to do was be out the house,
Yeah.
like as much as possible, because like it was so like claustrophobic and just whack in there. So we were like, we just need to get out and shoot. And
Yeah. Did you guys bring any
collaborate.
chicks in there?
Not even.
You serious?
Yeah, it's crazy because it was like kind of embarrassing.
Yeah,
It's
it was
like,
unappealing.
yeah, it was like, and
Yeah.
also, yeah, so we just pushed content every single, like, you'd wake me up at sunrise, shoot sunrise, and we didn't have any, like, cars or anything. We were just taking buses. Like, that whole first year was just me learning Cape Town, networking, and then, yeah, so he ended up dropping out that first year.
Serious?
Yeah.
In Vega?
Yeah, because he was, like,
Is
getting
he-
taught things he already knew. Because he did, like, a creative thing, like, they were still teaching him how to use Photoshop and like design stuff, and he was
And he's
"Bro."
like, I know this.
Yeah. And also like at the end of the year, that first year, we ended up both getting agency jobs.
Which agency did you land in?
Same one as it was called Grandkids Collective. It's closed now. But
Why did it close? For COVID.
No, it closed the time like 2 months after Dan and I left. Like, so I don't know why, to be honest, but he got a job there as like a DP, like just like cinematographer. And then they needed a social media manager, content manager guy.
And you were there.
I was there. Dan referred me.
So
I had
what
never
did
done
you-
anything.
What did you
before.
learn in agency land?
I learned like office life
Yeah.
and
Corporate life.
and how these big shoots work and how these agencies work. But it was like a boutique agency. It wasn't like a traditional agency. It wasn't like we were working out of like a house, like a double-story house, and everyone was a creative in the house. And it wasn't like I didn't go into an office block as of, you know what I mean. So it was like, that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
But we were like working with like brands like Uber, Nike.
Uber.
Yeah, we shot the Rock in the Daisies after movie.
Yeah.
We did stuff with Fila, like Superbalist, all these brands.
Jeez, bro, that must have been really cool.
Yeah. So, but I was only there for like 3 months.
Were you getting paid though?
Yeah. So, I was getting paid, and Dan was like, I can't do this uni thing. I'm gonna
Drop
out. And just go full-time freelancing. He quit his job as well. He
Yeah.
quit the agency job
Yeah.
and he moved back to Durban because
How much was the pay? How
for
much
me,
were you
for
getting
me,
paid?
I was getting paid like 8K,
Yeah.
and he was getting paid like 12 or 14K.
That's not bad though.
Yeah, it was my first like proper. I was still studying at the time,
Mm.
and I was going into office doing studying and whatever. I was trying to learn. And then during that time while I'm at the agency, Dan's like, yeah, bro, I'm gonna leave. I've got too many clients in Durban because does a lot of wedding stuff
Mm-hmm.
and corporate client stuff. So he didn't necessarily have to be in school at the time. So he was like, I'm just gonna try to build my portfolio with the client stuff.
Yeah.
Go back to Durban and then try to come back to Cape Town the next year or something. I was like, alright, easy. And then
So now at the time when you were doing agency work, did you put your videos on hold?
yeah, to a certain extent, yeah, I did.
Mm.
I put my videos on hold.
And then at the time, like, how many subscribers were you at?
Like, I don't
What
even
year
know,
was
like
this?
2017.
Yeah. How many?
I was 19, 27. I was like, yeah, I had like a good couple of videos. Because obviously I was posting a lot.
Yeah.
But now we were both going to this agency, and I told my audience, like, guys, I'm not going to be posting as much, whatever.
Mm.
And then for those 3 months, I just learned. It was 4 or 3 months. I think it was 1 month trial.
Mm.
1 month trial, then 3 months of actual work.
Mm-hmm.
And then during this time at the agency, these guys that I'm telling you about, these guys that inspired me to do the digital marketing thing, the lifestyle, this YouTube stuff. One of the guys, Adam, he was like looking for someone that can edit his Instagram videos, anyone that could edit. And he comes to Cape Town like every year in December as well.
Yeah. Where's he from?
He's from LA. So he was one of the top 100 entrepreneurs in America.
Yeah.
Got his first million at like 18.
You serious?
Yeah, like he's like, yeah.
What's his name? Adam surname?
Adam Horwitz.
Ah.
So yeah, I mean, and yeah,
So what did he do? Like, how did he make his first million in 18?
he from what I know, he started helping his dad's clients with mobile marketing in like 2007, 8, and he was like 16. Like mobile marketing wasn't like a thing at all.
Mobile marketing.
So he was teaching
where you drive like a billboard in your pocket on the side of the road. Is that what it is?
No. Like on like mobile marketing, like when cell phones were starting, like when smartphones were coming, he was like helping brands, like helping businesses, like that, like on that tip. And then I think he also started an affiliate marketing. Or not even, or he joined or he partnered up, I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Called
So when you're talking mobile marketing, I'm thinking
no,
marketing
that
is moving.
No, this was like when smartphones came out type thing. Yeah. And brands didn't know how to market their services on like this smartphone.
On smartphones and social media and all of that stuff, yeah.
So he was on that, and then he did like this thing called ClickBank.
Yeah.
ClickBank University, where he like taught people how to do affiliate marketing
and ClickFunnels and
so he was on that, and he did really well. He made Obama.
So he must be doing well right now, even.
I didn't think he even works anymore. He's just chilling.
Just running his agency.
I honestly don't know, Adam. I don't know. I was with him like 2 weeks ago. Yeah. He comes to Cape Town every year, gets his villa. Yeah. Like he just chills out in like December till Feb type vibe. Yeah. So anyways, he was like on a story, and he was a YouTuber back then. Well, he still is, but like he doesn't really post as much.
What content does he create?
Lifestyle, travel, stuff.
Yeah.
So he was like looking for editor, and he's known for like. There's 2 guys that he helped change, like he changed their lives. This guy called Create Tyler. He was funding everything. Actually, from what I know. That's what he was doing. And then my other friend, Brandon, he was like from a small town in America, and he brought him on, and he grew his following, and then Brandon just shot for him, and they traveled the world together. Yeah. So I've seen like 2 kids that he's helped change their lives, literally. Yeah. And he was looking for an editor, and I was like, let me just send him something. Like, here's my work. I even sent him some of Dan's work, and I'm in the video. It's all Dan. It's not even me.
So what? Did you send him some of Dan's work and say it was your work?
Yeah. Send him some of Dan's work. I don't even know if Dan knows this. I sent him some of Dan's work and my work on Instagram DMs, not even knowing if he would reply like at all. Like he's verified. He has 100K. You know what I mean? Like he's in LA. I'm in South Africa.
You're like, I'm just taking a shot here.
Next morning I wake up to like a response like, yo, your stuff caught my eye. Whatever. what can you like do this edit for me for Instagram? And then like the next 24 hours, like these are the other type of videos that are on my channel. I mean, on my page. Can you look at those and like do a similar one? They didn't give me like a proper brief. He just said do that like 24 hours. And I was like, I told Dan, and Dan was like, "What?" He's like, "Yeah." I was like,
What?
Yeah, like, what the fuck? You're on the way to work right now on the bus. And I was like, you know, you reply to my DMs, Adam. Like, and he's like, oh, whatever. Like, we didn't think anything of it. So I went to work that day, and I came home, and then I just edited this Instagram video for like the whole night, like until the morning. And then it was like I had to.
And then you had to go back to work the next morning.
Yeah.
Shit.
And I was talking to him on Instagram, and plus it's American time, so I'm like he's 8 hours behind me. So I was like having to keep up with his time zone. And then edited the video for him. He's like it's insane. This is so good. He posted it. It was like his best performing video. Like went like kind of viral on his page. And then he was like, "Can you do more? Like another one?" Then I did like 2 more, 3 more.
Yeah. So now
all for free.
These are still lifestyle videos.
Yeah, lifestyle stuff, like just lifestyle travel, inspiring kids type of thing to live this remote lifestyle. Don't stick to 9 to 5, like that kind of vibe. Travel the world.
Get your laptop and work.
So that's the type of content we were pushing out, and I was just doing for free. And he was tagging me, and now my socials are growing from it because he's obviously a big guy. So I'm like, what? Then he's like, I'm coming to Cape Town in December.
Americans love Cape Town, eh?
Yeah, but I think he's a family out in Cape Town or something.
Yeah.
But he's been coming for the last 7 years or like 8 years something. So he's like, I'm coming out to Cape Town. Whatever. What are you doing right now? I told him I'm working. He's like, well, do you want to work for me? Show me around Cape Town, film my vlogs, direct my stuff. And I was like, yeah, like, of course, bro. Like, that's crazy. Like,
so
I've actually been watching this guy since I was in high school, you know?
Yeah.
Like, and now I'm getting to meet the guy.
Bro.
And then I didn't know about like actual like this whole influencer YouTube life because I was like, I've only watched it from, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, anyways, fast forward, he comes to Cape Town, and then I'm at my job like working, and he's like, yeah, I just landed. Do you want to come say what's up at the villa, whatever? Now Brandon's there, the other guy, he's also like one of my idols at that point. These guys are like big YouTubers, you know. And he's like, yeah, come to the crib. So I go to this villa. I take a bus from my work. I take a bus to Camps Bay. I'm with my backpack. I go to this Camps Bay villa. I'm walking in, and then chatted to him. He's like, yeah, so this is what we're gonna do. You're gonna edit a vlog every day for me, vlog or whatever. I was like,
and now he's getting paid. Now you're getting paid. Now
yeah,
this
he's
is
like,
a job.
yeah, now this is another job on top of my other job. So
after you quit the agency.
No, I'm still working at the agency at this point. So I'm going from agency to Camps Bay, like back. And the agency doesn't really know at this point.
Yeah.
They just think I'm just going back home, but I'm actually going to
another job. You cheated.
So,
No, it's moonlighting.
Yeah. So and then while I'm staying with them, it was the craziest experience because I was introduced to that like whole influencer YouTube like actual remote work lifestyle, because some of the guys, that's when Bitcoin started. Some of the guys were trading on doing that in the house. Some of the guys were building like apps and developing stuff on like from like America, but they were in Cape Town on their laptops. Some of the guys were just freelance video editors, whatever. So they were working from Cape Town, but we had clients in like LA, London, whatever. So it was like a Camps Bay like mansion with all these guys, creatives. And then he's like, that's dope, and I was about going back to my small little apartment, like small little thing with that.
Shoebox.
And he's like, where you going? I'm like, yeah, I'm going home. He's like, nah, bro, stay here. So he's like, I'm like, what? He's like, yeah, just come sleep here, whatever. Yeah. So he took care of me. Yeah. I slept in that villa in Camps Bay for like a month and a half or 2 months.
Nice, bro.
And I was like, I can't go back to normal life after this. Like, this is crazy.
You're like, bro, I just got a taste of
so then
living.
after that, like everything started changing in terms of me being kind of respected in the respected in like the creative scene in Cape Town, because obviously people knew these guys. Yeah. But like now the bigger creators that didn't want to like help out or collab, all of a sudden everyone wanted to like work or like collab with me or like come through, or you know what I mean? Yeah. It's kind of everyone changes now that like someone gave me a shot or an opportunity that like now it's value to them. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. So yeah, and then worked with them for a month. they helped me grow my audience on social media. People came to my channel from their vlogs because they knew I was editing, filming. Then, like Jan came, and I got a job offer from another influencer lady to like edit her videos and stuff.
Yeah, bro, I just need to go open the door.
Oh shit, no stress.
You can just carry on talking without me.
Oh, okay. Alright, easy.
I'm kidding.
I'm like, what? I didn't need to tell my homies I'm on a podcast.
Let's just welcome Nandia and Banele, welcome back, bro.
I'm back, yo.
Yeah, don't be too far from the mic. You need to hold it if you have to. You know, it's not too
Bring
heavy.
it
If you
close.
want, you can just pull it in close to your mouth. Yeah, bro. So me and Hlanga were just talking, bro. He's telling me his interesting story about how he came from Durban High School to staying in a villa with these American celebrities. It's crazy stuff, bro. It's crazy stuff. It's crazy stuff, bro. Yeah, man.
Pick up or what are we gonna?
Hey?
Are we gonna pick up from there or?
Yeah, bro. Just tell us how's things going now.
How's things going now?
Yeah.
Well, so after I graduated school, like my last year, I started this project in 2019, I'd say. Yeah, 2019. With my friend Jaden, we wanted to build like the first creator house in South Africa.
Yeah.
But
now at this stage, you had like how many subscribers?
We had 10,000 now.
Yeah. I mean, is this now?
Oh, before it wasn't even a thing. It was like no one knew what it was or anything. It was like on zero, like nothing.
Yeah.
And
but you had started doing work for the American influencer.
Oh no, I quit that job 2018.
Yeah.
I was trying to balance work, pay my bills and pass school. At the same time I told my dad I'm a big boy, I can do it. And then come June, July, I'm like, I don't know if I can do this. This is fucked. This is because I was like,
at least you tried, bro.
yeah, like I told them like, don't worry, like it's easy, I got this. And then like obviously I didn't know because I was freelancing at the time, so like these clients, like I'll deliver on work and then there must be a change on this and change on that, change on that.
It's crazy.
Then it becomes like I need to pay my bills by this date, but now you're telling me about you're gonna pay me on X and this and that.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
And I'm still 19, 20 at this point. I'm living in a Sea Point apartment, and it's just like I'm trying to have a social life, school, all that stuff. So I stopped that. I'm like, actually, I just want to build something else. And then my parents helped me off with that last year. Then it was like, what am I going to do after school? Because it was my last year graduating. So I was like, me and my homie Jaden, we're like, let's try to do this internet friends thing. Let's try to get someone to be like, help us out or whatever, believe in what our idea is. So we spent the whole year just planning this project. And then we were supposed to start in the beginning of last year. And then COVID hit. And then Jaden went on a trip to Asia. His parents said, go figure your life out that side. So he left me with the project in Durban. Yo, bro, our parents work differently. Like, they sent him to Bali, like, go figure your life out. Like, maybe there's an opportunity. The man's on an island, like, sipping cocktails. Like, my parents said I must figure it out. My parents are like, bro, I'm cleaning the pool. Like,
Here's the rate. Go and figure your life out outside.
So yeah, anyways, and then we managed to get a green light with this other guy we brought on board to get us like a property to do this, because that was the main thing, that we needed a space to be able to start it. Yeah.
So what was your vision at the time?
Our vision was to get, because like it was like the balance between it being a business and also entertainment. It's like a restaurant. You can't really tell if people are gonna come eat your food, like your stuff. You can't predict it, you know. So like it's like, are people actually gonna like fuck with this idea? It's like any show you start, you know.
Yeah.
So we wanted to build like the first creator house with the biggest creators, like, and build these superstars of talent in one house. On social media, you know. Like a reality show type vibe, but these kids are on TikTok. And everyone's asking like, what do these kids do for a living? Why are they living in this house? Yeah, and brands want to be part of that. They want their face, their name to be seen on that. You know, growing with these stars. Like, it's kind of like kids don't watch TV anymore. They're watching TikTok and YouTube, and this is what we were trying to build. What we're still trying to do. as just to build the next generation of like that, because these kids don't watch Oboyo TV and that no more. They're watching
there's none of that.
They're watching YouTube and TikTok all day. So
No Cartoon Network.
yeah, so we wanted to build that generation of superstars. So yeah, anyways, and that was on its own like another whole thing, like managing kids my age.
Yeah.
To like
How much was the investment to get the house?
originally the rents. Okay, the house we were wanting was gonna cost like 800K for a year as rent. So we managed to get a deal with this other guy who owns an apartment block in Cape Town, who gave us like his whole section of apartments in this block, which looked like a house. He was like, bro, this is a house, but it's not actually a house. So
what is it if it's not actually a house?
it's just an apartment block. So there's Airbnbs on each side,
Yeah.
but then the main block, it's like people, like he's like, it's
Renting
just,
out.
yeah,
Yeah.
you know, so
They gave
he's
you the
like,
top half.
yeah, he gave us top off, bottom off, and then his place, which was a penthouse, to use as a studio if we wanted to do anything.
Yeah.
Dope,
And were you
dope.
paying for this?
No. So, and his daughter kind of saw this, because it's in LA in America, this thing is like the number one thing. It's like,
I
it's
saw from the
booming now.
reaction videos.
Yeah, it's booming now.
Yeah.
You know?
Even in England.
Yeah.
You know
So
NDL, what was that? Nico?
yeah, they
Yeah.
moved into a house, our beta house.
Mm.
Yeah, so
Crazy.
it's like a
So how did you meet this
booming-
guy?
booming
This
thing.
house guy.
through one of our friends, her dad.
Yeah.
He started a football club, Swansea Football Club,
Are you
and
serious?
he's the chairman at Umbro, South Africa.
Okay, Swansea, English Premiership.
Yeah. So
Dope.
Is he the chairman of that team, or he started it?
no. He, from what I know, he bought like shares in the club when it was like nothing. It was like he paid like $100
Yeah.
rands back then.
Yeah.
And he sold it in like 2014, 2015, and like he's
So he's the founding partner, basically.
Yeah.
he's like
Yeah, he probably cashed in.
Bro.
he's and then so now he's doing stuff with he has his own brand called BLK. He sponsors the Stormers.
Yeah.
Like,
Okay.
that's all him. BLK is
Even some of the New Zealand rugby sides.
BLK is that's his
I see now.
yeah,
Got a
that's
bank.
actually that's his initials. That's like his name.
Mm.
Yeah, so Umbro,
Is that a brand or a bank?
a brand.
Brand.
Yeah.
He must be
So
loaded.
so his daughters were like, Dad, this is it. Like, then we started our project before it started being a thing in LA and in America,
Yeah.
but like this TikTok sensation thing started like last year because of lockdown.
Yeah.
Everyone was on TikTok and like these houses started.
Yeah.
And he was like, okay, let me experiment. Like, I have this property. It's not gonna cost me. I'm not like spending anything. It's just my property. I'm gonna lose an opportunity costs on it because I won't be renting. But like, you know, he owns a couple other stuff. So, and we were like, we can't really do it from the apartment, but we're gonna make it happen because no one else is gonna believe in this thing if we don't have a proof of concept. This was us building a proof of concept this past year, like to take it to where we need to take it, you know. So I was like, I bet. So Jalen had to fly down from Bali. That was a whole different thing because there was no flights back then. Now I've got to get
So how did he get
this
here?
whole. He found a way. I don't even know. He flew.
His ways back.
Yeah, his ways. His ways. Yeah, and now I had to get the other girl. She was also in Durban at that point to come to the house.
Yeah.
Develop like the whole. Now, bear in mind, I've never like started a proper like business like this in my life.
Or
Like, ever.
organization of
Yeah,
some sort.
everything like contracts, everything. Like I didn't know anything about anything. So now this is an old man, and he's like asking me these questions. He wants X, Y, Z because now he's also a shareholder in the company.
Yeah, the BLK guy.
Yeah. And I'm just like, don't know what's cutting it at all. But luckily he helped us out. He had a guy that came to help us out. Anyway, so the first month was us like finding our feet, whatever. The buzz was starting, and then like in month 2 or 3, everything just like clicked. Like we found a gap. First video did well, but then kids were like, okay, what are they gonna do next? Because it's like now let's see if you can execute like what you guys are trying to do.
Yeah.
So that was a whole thing, like developing the work structure, all that stuff.
Just to slow it down a bit,
Yeah.
there, bro. or maybe fast track here, but so now I want to know all of these people in this house.
Yeah.
Everyone's a creative,
Yeah.
right? But there's also editors and
Yeah.
camera people
Yeah.
and sound engineers. If you're gonna,
Yeah.
okay, maybe not sound engineers because you don't have a podcast, do you?
No.
But now, do you have to pay the editors and the camera guys? Are they expecting you to pay them, or are they just?
So what happened was it was myself and Jade and the owners. Then everyone in the house is talents.
Yeah.
So the girls, there were 2 girls and another guy who makes music,
Yeah.
and then our videographer Dan.
Yeah.
So Dan hadn't had any client work because of COVID,
Yeah.
and he wanted to be out in Cape Town to kind of get those clients that he used to have in Cape
Yeah.
Town. So we were like, okay, cool, stay at our place for free.
Mm-hmm.
You help us shoot,
Mhm.
easy. The talents, everyone in the house stays in the house for free,
For free.
and food is covered
So
as
that's
well.
what they're getting in return.
Yeah,
for
yeah.
making content.
Yeah, and all they do is push out content for and grow their platforms.
So they're making content on what? Internet?
On
Friends
internet
or on
friends and
their
on their personal.
platforms?
Yeah. So we're building their brands. So the one girl we grew from like 8K to 14,000 followers. The one girl, she's on 40,000 now. So like we build their brands, so
Yeah.
that brands work with them, and then we take
So it's basically investing to grow.
yeah.
Okay.
So we build their brands, get them brand deals, make commission of whatever brands they work with, XYZ.
Okay. Just a quick question on my side, and look, I'm here on a personal capacity, hence I'm not dressed how I'm dressed, so I won't mention the liquor companies or company that I work for. But what we've noticed is obviously, with COVID-19, us in the liquor industry, we've had to change how we operate, where the traditional way is to, dump stock at tops, for lack of a better word, and then some would go buy for a club or for home consumption. But now we did see these TikToks and these challenges on social media, and we saw these online, music shows or whatever, brand positioning and whatever.
Everyone basically
So
went online.
exactly. So now we talk about reach and engagement when we talking about whatever influence.
Yeah.
So what I've always wanted to know is, at what point in time does subscribers on YouTube, or what number is it, where you start getting payment or whatever, and
Monetization.
is that a way that brands, for example, should go to? Because let's face it, guys, all of us here know now the way we're going to work going forward is going to be different. For example, just an example, should we go to conferences in the past, it would be the whole company flying down, accommodation, food. But now if you can hold a week session in 3 hours
Straight.
over Microsoft Teams, Zoom, all of that. So my question is around sort of the technology side of things. So for example, if I started a page now and I wanted subscribers or whatever, when should I expect payment and how does it work?
So in terms of that, is that there's different ways to monetize as a content creator and like using your influence, but on YouTube specifically, subscribers don't get you paid. That's a Twitch. There's another platform called Twitch where if you subscribe to someone that streams, the subscriber is paying a monthly thing or pays to watch your stuff. On YouTube, it's ads.
Ad revenue. Yeah.
So once you reach a certain threshold of like 1,000 subscribers, then it's all about the views, and also if your content is appealing for brands. Because if your content, like it's even us, we like on the edgy side, so we won't make as much because we like it's either if you're swearing or if you're doing party stuff or like different type of stuff. Obviously, your ads revenue is not going to be as much, but if it's family friendly stuff,
and then you get those.
So once I think it's like sometimes it's like 30 cents per 1,000 views around there. So and also if people are clicking on the ads or how long they're watching the video for. So every time you watch a YouTube video and there's an ad on it, that creator or channel is making money from that. Unless you've used like a copyrighted song or something, and then in that case, whoever has the copyright to that song or whatever's in the video, they're making that bag. So a lot of our videos actually are demonetized, but they're monetized by brands. So like we use copyrighted music because we feel like it builds a better connection with the audience. They know the songs and stuff like that.
I can resonate with it.
Yeah, but then like you'll see like I don't know, like Nivea ads on our page or stuff like that. So they're making racks off our videos on some of them. Like before we don't really use it as much anymore.
Yeah.
But they were making money on the ads coming up on the videos. So
and you know this COVID, YouTube came with some other things. You'll be watching literally two adverts before the video even starts.
I saw a meme once saying that YouTube is getting very comfortable with these ads.
Even Instagram, they all are Instagram, Facebook. They're building these platforms for advertisers now.
So
it's all about
When you say Nivea is making a lot of money from advertising on your videos, is it through when they playing pre-roll ads or when they partnering with you? No,
pre-roll ads. So if we work with a brand, we wouldn't use copyrighted music and our thing. Unless they've given us guidelines that we don't have to. Yeah. So for example, we worked with this brand called Fries, which was a vegan brand. And we went vegan for a week on our channel. They paid us for the promo, whatever, and then we integrated it into our content. And then in the same video, we had an Umbro campaign, which came through our guy. And it's just we organically integrated the stuff into our content. So in that video, because the brand might want to post it, or the brand might want to use that content, you can't really use copyrighted stuff. You know what I mean? That, But in other instances, brands basically compete for positions on people's videos. And that's a whole other thing. For us as well, like if it's if we have a lot of partying, whatever, or stuff like that, liquor brands would compete for that ad space on that video or on that channel. And then the more, if you making financial videos like banks, it all depends, So
it's all about brand positioning, I think.
So that's just one aspect of it.
I wanted to get into before you came here. Nanda, before he leaves, signature.
Yeah, we need your signature, bro. Yes. I always forget. I had Minnie Dooley here, like I don't know how many times, 3 times already, and she hasn't signed. And a lot of other people come in here. The Zulu boy needs to sign. He's been here. There's a lot of people that I need.
I was gonna get into before you came here. I had a meeting with Triller, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's basically the competitor of TikTok.
Yeah.
How did that go about, and how's things going? Yeah.
So last year, one of the girls in our team, this was because TikTok wasn't going to get banned in America, which meant that the app was dead. Like in terms of, because a lot of the stars of TikTok are American based, so people watch it to know what, like they start the trends, they want to be, it's like they attract most of the users on the app. So TikTok in Africa would still be running, but it wouldn't be attractive to most people because the American creators, it was going to get banned by Trump. So during that time, Triller saw opportunity to invest in market share so that they can, take over.
Was a gap,
there was a gap. So they were recruiting all the biggest TikTokers, which they still are, to convert from TikTok to Triller.
And you guys were one of the biggest, right?
One of the girls in our team was a big TikTok creator in South Africa.
Okay.
Big TikTok.
What's her name?
Kelsey Tians.
Oh, I see Kelsey.
Yeah. So they reached out to say, hey, can you join Triller, and we're gonna help you grow on the app, and we'll pay you whatever. But she didn't. I was like, yeah, you should probably do it, but she didn't really want to do it. She felt like it was gonna be inorganic to just get pushed, and like it was gonna be fake for her to just leave her TikTok audience, and then so
that's the worst thing, bro.
So and then that happened, and then end of the year last year I pushed to them if they wanted to sponsor the show, to be like one of the head sponsors or whatever, because they started now building out these Triller houses in America, where they take all the biggest TikTokers and creators from other platforms and put them in the house, because the house thing is so big right now. They basically said, okay, well, none of these platforms are actually owning it. Like there's TikTok houses, but TikTok isn't involved. They know they're there, but so Triller is doing the opposite, where they're like, okay, we're gonna be for the creators. So you guys want a house? Here's a house. What else do you guys want? Like here, like helping the creators as much as possible to grow. So they owning it as Triller house. Like this is a thing.
What do you guys do in the house, bro?
You wake up, you create content. Well, that's not me. My job, I'm on the business side of things. Like if you talent, like that's their job. They wake up and blow.
Content anymore?
Not for my personal, no. I'll handle the brand side of things, the agency side of things. I edit,
So you
I
put
edit all
your
the video.
vlog
I
on
produce. Yeah, my personal vlog on pause. I produce. Like the show itself is. It's so much work to produce it, direct it, get the right people on board, the brands. So that's what I'm involved in.
I've got a question now for everyone that's here, because we're all in the media space, marketing space, right, and everything. The question Unande raised here. Now, you're the one person that can answer this, but I think we can all contribute. Nah? From now going forward with brands, right? Since there's a shift now, everyone's going online. This was predicted years back, but a lot of people didn't, look into it. I mean, the houses things, you know, Geordie Shaw was doing it back in the day, you know, and all of that. So now, within this digital fourth generation thing that's going on in the world, do you think it's more viable nowadays to, when you are trying to create content for a brand, or you're trying to push a brand, right, via content creation, basically, to be still doing what has been done in the years, right? It's basically commercial and adverts. When you do these commercials and all of that, most of the time it's pre-planned, it's just a commercial, just like what you were showing me for with the Corona thing you did.
Yeah.
Do you think nowadays that sells more or gets more traction and interaction than actually flipping the script, right? And actually using stuff like TikTok, things that bring more interaction on a basis of TikTok is something we can literally all do, but at the same time we're pushing the brand, right? If we're talking about a certain commercial or a TVC commercial, there's an agency hired, hire celebrities, they go through with it, from then onwards it airs, and then it burn up. Whereas now with TikTok and everything, it's more influencer based, right? And through that, it means influencers have their interactions already, right? People comment. I know there's stuff we've done or stuff that's been done by brands, posted on brands' pages, posted everywhere. Then you find that there was only like 5 views, or there was 10 views, or 3 comments and whatnot. Do you think right now the best way to push brands is to go along the lines of your TikToks,
It doesn't even necessarily have to be TikTok in general, but I think, for one, the climate of social media and people our age, or people that are on there, over the years, people are smarter. So like, that means that your content has to be more organic, because if I'm seeing an ad on my page, I'll see probably 10, 15 ads on my page. I don't even remember any of them, because my brain's already automatically geared to click past. You know what I mean? But when it's someone that I know
and you trust,
that I've already seen what they've done this morning, and then whatever, then it's like I'm inclined to engage with what the brand is trying to get to me. Well, someone like me, but like someone like my dad, for example, who doesn't even do anything, he's not worried about anything, he's watching everything on the screen, then it makes sense. That's why it's relative to the brand. So like, a brand can get 5 views, whatever, but they can pay X amount to get it to the right people with the right amount of views, even if it's not organic. You know what I mean? Like a Castle Light brand, someone that's trying to sell something to my dad, but my dad's not going to listen to an influencer, but he's going to listen unless it's like really someone he likes. But like, my brand can pay to get to my dad. You know what I mean?
Like a Tiger Woods or you know what I mean?
Yeah, so I think definitely more people on social media are people our age, but like, it's not a be all end all. But I think organically sending out a brand message is definitely the way to go. But also you can be smart and just target the right people with paid ads and Facebook ads and things like that. It's not the be all end all. So, but also like, it's like I wouldn't pay to be on a billboard or be on the airport. I'd rather spend that money on Facebook ads.
That's where I was actually going,
I couldn't agree with you more, bro.
That's where I was actually going. Like, I mean, we've seen a lot of billboards in our lives, right? But Have you ever been convinced by a billboard to go buy a brand?
First of all, you're driving too fast.
Mm.
Or you're stuck in traffic, you're irritated.
Yeah, what's the first thing you do when you're stuck in traffic? Take out your phone.
Well, I don't do that when I drive.
Yeah, we all it's illegal. We know it's bad, it's immorally
But
incorrect, but we all do it, bro. That's the first thing you do. You know, even the person on the passenger side who's sitting there,
Definitely.
they're on their phone. They're not worried about the billboard.
Mm.
So
For me, like I feel like, you know, I don't want to say I'm glad COVID happened, but I think COVID has woken up a lot of people, and I think if we don't wake up now, then we'll never get it right.
Never, ever.
Because I mean, what you just said now is a very interesting point, because you'll find that you get more relevancy, going back to the liquor side of things now, from a micro influencer, than someone that is national, if in fact international, that you feel like I'll never meet this person. Gone are the days where stand a chance. I mean, think about it. Stand a chance to win a trip to New York. You don't really care about that. However,
and also that same person that's pushed 6 hours to you in the last month because that's what they live off.
You're like, oh, this face.
Exactly. And then with micro influencers, what I've also seen, I'll talk about Durban, for example. You tend to get loyalty from them because now they get associated with the brand, and you find that those people, it's in closer we say like a Stockfell type of thing, whereby, you know, if I tell you guys, listen, I'm moving you guys from whatever to Red Bull, right? Just for lack of a better word. And then all you see us drinking is Red Bull. Now the ladies we roll with, they'll drink Red Bull in the club. That's the first thing we do. Then, hey, who are those guys? They're cool. And then that's how you get the following. But with a celebrity, even national ones now, I mean, that's why they're struggling to get work. If you actually think about it now, because for them it's, this is my tech rider, this is my contract, take it or leave it. And then you're like, okay, but then you still need to do the work. And then they feel, as soon as, for example, to answer something else you said, you spoke about working with agencies when you started. I think maybe the learning you should take from there is that every agency now, because of current working conditions, the time you open the email, there's a charge. The time you write something on it, there's a charge. The time you respond, there's a charge. So that if they don't like the concept, then you can go back and say, but you need to pay for my work. So celebrities, going back to that, they will drink competitor brands, and then they'll come to you and then want this from you, want that from you, and then you're like, you know, then you move away from them. So
and also with like the bigger influencers that or from what I've seen is, and compared to macro, a macro influencer is more entitled or more likely to put in more work and actually give you more value. Because an influencer, a bigger one, knows they're gonna get the bag anyways, and it's like, okay, I'm just gonna do this thing and get out the way, whatever. Whereas a macro influencer, they either already actually like the brand, or they don't. This isn't like their bread and butter, as to say. So they need to prove themselves so that they can get those bigger brands or get more brands. So they're gonna over deliver on something. Whereas someone that's like does this or is a celebrity is gonna get their team or like whatever. Like they'll do it. And then it's late, and then it's not like organic. Whereas
you know what I think? I think the best thing about micro influencers is the relationship they have with their followers. You know, when this guy speaks, the audience listens because they follow him for that specific reason, especially if he's a niche influencer, if he's just speaking about face masks the whole time, and people following him for his face masks, and he ends up getting like 50,000 people that follow him because he speaks really good, valuable, educational, entertaining, interesting content about face masks. So then now you find good to this guy with the small, even if he's a general guy, maybe he's just making funny videos, but he's built a cult around him. He's following, and he's also the smaller guys interact with their followers more. They engage, and that also again builds a strong relationship. So I think in terms of that, we've got. I think if we were to spend money on the smaller guys more, you've got more chance of having a greater effective campaign. And then when it goes back to spending, whether we should spend traditional or spend digital, I'm a digital strategist anyway, so I would put all my money into digital. I actually think that traditional media is dying because, bro, everybody's on social media. Your father, my father, your mom, you know what I mean?
Last time I watched TV, man.
Bro, it's crazy.
There's no need for.
My parents are on social media more than I am, bruh.
Yeah.
I promise you, bro.
Super Sport is saving DSTV. That's the only.
That's the only.
It's the only thing saving it. Other than that, I don't know why people would be on TV.
By the way, just to get off track, it is a podcast. We talk about everything. Hey, COVID did things. Have you guys seen that thing that's happening in Joburg?
What's happening?
Where you can, it's called, is it rent a nanny or whatever? Instead of having your normal helpers, old helpers and stuff, there's people who started a company of people that are helping, that are nannies or cleaning the house. They are hot slay queens.
Huh?
They are hot slave queens, so you pay them. Minimum, I think, is like 1,000 rand. So they come, they clean, and they offer bed services.
Sexual favors.
Imagine, bro. When I first heard that, I was like, what? And then a friend of my cousin's friend called him. I was like, hey, dude, I decided to try this thing out. And she really came to my house, and she was super hot. And before she even cleaned, she offered. Like, I was like, damn, bro. Damn. And that thing is still gonna boom. And that thing is still gonna boom. It's just gonna go. It's gonna go to different
Do they clean
levels.
though?
They
That's the
clean
most
the
important. Do they
house.
clean the damn
They
house?
clean the house.
You shouldn't
and
just
they clean
come.
everything.
I don't believe they clean.
They do. He said they clean the house and
Because
everything.
the last thing you want is a dirty house after you've had a good time. You know what I'm saying?
No, it's crazy. It's crazy. Guys.
Just a quick question, bro, before I leave. I have to go do groceries and stuff. Stay across the road, by the way. So you back here now in Durban?
Yeah.
Okay.
For good or for time being?
I don't know. For now, it's not definite. I want to be here for like 3-4 months.
Where the
maybe
wind
even
blows you,
but
my man.
Yeah.
Why though?
Sorry?
Why?
Well, for one, I needed just to regain focus on other stuff, build out stuff here.
Are you
And then-
looking to franchise this side or build?
I don't really want to be
joint?
stuck anywhere, to be honest with you. I don't want to be stuck
Because
anywhere.
the reason why I'm asking, you find that we talk about, in the liquor trade, main market and formal market. I'm sure you've heard of those. So main market is basically the black consumer,
Yeah.
which is split between rural, township, and urban, which we're seeing coming up now. I would say us, urban
Yeah.
main market. And then obviously formal market is white people. So I think with this type of stuff, you will find that we do have, these kids. I don't want to say kids, but these young professionals that have gone to the same schools that these white people have gone to. Sorry to say that, but I'm not. But then you'll find that they don't have a rage. They don't have, it's either they plug into a rage, which is traditionally a formal market sort of setup. But we don't have an organic main market thing or concept. That,
As big as that.
not as big, but that talks to that consumer. It's either we're trying to be American with, what's that thing that happens in Joburg?
Afropan.
Yeah, we're trying to be on that tip, but we don't have
Afropan.
and I think for me, I've been here for 4 years now in Durban. I think Durban is the only place that, look, it's not really formal market or really sort of modern and whatever. It's a bit, it feels like I'm in a traditional ceremony. But I do think, but I do think, and the thing is, they're very traditional people. They're the king that I bow down to. However, I do feel the opportunity for you, and look, we'll have another meeting. I'll be I'll be formal. So. where we'll discuss sort of concepts. Obviously, you will lead because I'm busy. So I don't want when you're going to phone me for an idea, I'm like, hey, chief. So where we tap into that because there's a lot of opportunity. And the beauty with the people I work with, I'll tell you who I work with when we have a proper meeting. We're very open to ideas. And also the space of modern technology and volume with digital stuff and all of that, we novices to it because I think the leaders of the company are very old school. They built the company from the ground up and they have their set way of doing things. However, they've employed young people like ourselves to try and find those pockets where they don't necessarily have the know-how. So these things are trend, there's hashtags, this and that. I mean, it's a key thing, and I want to learn because before I met him, Well, he'll tell you how we met some other time. To leave now. But he said something that sounds like what I'm hearing now, and I was like, let me get a beer. You know?
Yeah.
But yeah, man, my man, it's good to meet you. Yeah.
We'll chat soon.
Cool, man, guys. Tawanda, thank you.
Brazil.
I think I should be on radio.
Yeah, thank you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So hopefully we're gonna have you in a podcast anyway again. So it's
Yeah, definitely.
you know.
Cool. Okay.
What are you doing?
Sign.
Oh yeah. To sign, bro. Thanks for reminding me. Where to? Where is that cookie pen? Doug, did you give it back?
Yeah.
You did.
You say this digital people.
Oh, there it is.
Thank you, man.
Still recording.
Yeah, man. Hey, what was it? What a great conversation. We've been going for almost 2 hours now. Let's try and hit the 2 hour mark.
Okay.
And then,
How
call it,
long?
and then we wrap it up.
Okay. Dope.
Oh, yeah. So, Mfethu, you want to open up a branch this side? Similar concept, yeah?
Not even. Yeah.
I'll be right back, guys.
Cheers.
Not necessarily a branch, but another cash flow business.
Yeah.
So like a agency that would allow me to fund my passion business. So a lot of people don't know that Internet Friends is myself, Jaden's. That's our passion business, and like we spend a lot of our money on that, and we don't really. It's not really about the money for us. It's like we don't have to make money for a couple of months. We can just dog it out, and we just do it because we love what we do. You know what I mean? But right now in this break, COVID allowed it all this whole level 3 thing. I don't know what was gonna get banned, but we okay, let's take some time off just to see if we can structure things differently and come back and do Internet Friends properly.
When did you start Internet Friends, like officially?
We launched last year June.
Yeah.
But it started the year before that June.
Yeah.
So it took a year to get it to launch, and then it launched, and then now it's where it is now.
Yeah.
The agency that I'm building out is just another agency I want to just get into, and
social media agency.
Yeah. But it doesn't allow a big team. It doesn't allow even an office space at all. So yeah, I'm learning from like probably the best guy. I got his course.
Who's that? Same guy or another guy?
No, different guy. His name's Iman Gatti.
Okay, is he local?
No, he's from London, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
It's my old roommate. He got his course, and he did that for 6 months or 5-6 months. Ended up meeting the guy just like me, DMs. The guy came to Cape Town. They got a villa. Pete shot for him, edited it for him every day, learned from him. Said, yeah, I'm doing this course. The guy tried to hire him. Pete said, no, I'm going to build out my own agency.
Yeah.
And then, it did well for him, and he's still doing it now.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm gonna go do that route for a bit now. And then also working some projects with Ubanele. Work on some projects with him with Internet Friends, because Internet Friends also like on our entertainment level we have that side of things.
Yeah.
So that's like the vlogs, the YouTube, all that stuff. But on the business side is the agency. The content creation side, the campaign side, the brand side.
Yeah.
So that's also something I want to really work on.
Yeah.
Right now, and then also this relationship that I've built with Triller.
How do you feel about Triller, bro? Do you think it's actually going to do well?
The amount of money and investing and people that they're getting behind it is crazy.
Yeah.
So I mean, if they don't, it would be a massive letdown. But I do believe that it's gonna force its way to being the top platform for creators.
Yeah.
You know, just based off what they've done in the last 6 months. They're actually a platform that is geared to work for the creators. So we get to tell them what we want on the app, what would improve the app, what challenges we want to do, what we want to put forward, any ideas. You know, I've never had Instagram or YouTube. If I had that for YouTube, I'd probably be in a completely different space in terms of YouTube right now. If I had the actual YouTube team a call away, you know, and that's what Triller's done. So right now we're just working on building our relationship with Triller as internet friends, so that maybe a couple months down the line, when everyone else catches on.
How do you see them in the future? Like, listen, be honest, bro. I know that this is are they a client? I know you got a relationship built with them, and you're obviously not trying to talk badly about it and you know, hurt your relations with them.
I think,
but be honest, bro, from just a business perspective, how do you feel about the app as a business and a platform? Do you think people are going to jump on? Do you think it's going to be popular in South Africa?
I think as of now, it's still that it's because of the way that they've built it to be like almost like a copy of TikTok, not necessarily, because Triller's been around longer than
TikTok.
Not I'd say, if I'm not mistaken, because TikTok was Musically before that, and Triller, I found it through like rappers sharing their stuff or like edits and stuff, but I didn't know it was like a whole platform like TikTok. So once you're used to TikTok, the setup, and you go into Triller, it's like the same, but but Triller is like slower, and there's like a couple of bugs and stuff, and also the audience and the stuff you're getting is not like TikTok. So if your mindset is built on like
TikTok,
what you're used to, it's kind of like Samsung and Apple. If you're an Apple user all the time and you jump into Samsung and the user face isn't like how you're used to it, it's not gonna be really attractive to you.
Exactly.
So when Triller manages to either get a unique selling point or like a value point that like you can't even question TikTok and Triller, then I truly believe they'll be up there. Right now they've got the right creators on board there because they're getting all these TikTok stars from TikTok onto Triller, but like people see like a unique selling point. Like for example, it's kind of like when Instagram took Snapchat stories. People were like, why are there stories on Instagram?
On
like,
Instagram.
and then eventually everyone left Snapchat.
Exactly, bro. It's crazy, right? It's competition. It's
business. So and if TikTok can do that, I mean, Triller can do that, where it takes the values that TikTok gives you, which is like obviously the For You page and that whole challenge vibe. Short format content is the key now, I think, as well. I think short formats is
formats. That's it's brilliant. It's the way to go.
You sit down, you watch, you sit down and you eat and you watch YouTube or long formats. I agree on that point. It's also very good.
100%.
But I think most, like, just for attention span purposes and younger generation, the short formats is it hit the nail on the spot. You know what I mean? It's perfect and like you're saying, with the younger generation, the attention span is really, really short. You know, it also is good, you know, because young people like things that happen very quickly and very rapidly. And it grabs your attention very, very well. So
it's effective.
Another thing that TikTok did was that it helped get it's like starting afresh, but it's so like on Instagram, the growth period on there it's gone. Like you can't go from 0 to a star like that really on Instagram like anymore. It's like almost like Facebook now. It's like a normal thing. TikTok was like a thing that you had fun with, like whatever, but you can become famous or become someone overnight still, because they push your content to everyone. It's not like if I follow you, if I don't follow you, I won't see your stuff. So that's what TikTok did, and that's what people loved about it, is that like you can literally become TikTok famous and that can change your life.
Exactly.
So like Triller, that once they also get to that point where they have such a unique community on there, where there's people literally, you know, doing their thing and changing lives for being on Triller. I think then at that point, but then now that's what I think that's why they're getting all these creators on there. Is to just grow the creative community.
So what do you think?
To bring on that audience.
Triller should do in order to be as successful as TikTok? Maybe not as successful, but to just be successful and be a good platform. Do you think from an app perspective, maybe the interface and the glitches and all that stuff and the bugs, and also from a marketing perspective, how would you? What do you think from using it? You've used it, right?
Yeah, I use it all the time. I think it's so tough with these apps, bro, because it's like at the end of the day, when you go on an app to post, you're posting either to be seen by the right people. So like either people like, it's the reason why people post. You're just trying to show the best moment of your life so that your friends see how cool you are. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like, if a big move, I think would for TikTok to, sort of, I don't even know if I could even say like how Facebook partnered up with like got the Instagram thing. You know, I think there's a gap that I see with Twitter being the only app that has like, for example, voice notes for posting. Like you can just literally post a voice note. Do you know what I mean? Like having a feature like that on their platform that people are like, oh shit, you can do this on Triller.
Yeah.
Something that's unique.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like there's so many different ideas that people that don't like for example, now with WhatsApp, everyone was like, oh, WhatsApp. Everyone jumped onto Telegram.
Yeah.
But Telegram wasn't unique enough and strong enough to keep
the
everyone,
the
you know what I
people,
mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like
And then
TikTok.
people went back to WhatsApp. Yeah.
So that's what Twitter needs to do. You need to find something because they can get all of us creators
They need a competitive
on there,
edge.
but they need something that's gonna make people stay.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So
100%, bro.
That's it.
100%. Your answer was very, very spot on, bro.
Yeah.
And I had another question that I had in my mind. Okay. So I'm gonna ask you about 2 questions. So the first, it's not really a question, but you know, I was watching this documentary. You probably know it. I think it's Social Dilemma. Have you watched it? Have you watched it? It's crazy,
On Netflix,
right?
yeah.
It is crazy how they speak about how these big businesses, Facebook in particular, and all these other social businesses, they manipulate people to stay on the apps and manipulate their attention span and the chemicals in us that make us want to stay more. Like for instance, you know, everybody wants to be followed. You know, everybody wants to be a star of some sort. So we all now strive for this celebrity status of some sort. The more followers we have, the happier we become. Because it gives us social status. You know what I mean? It's crazy. And it's just like, what else can I see? The content. We just want to keep on seeing this content. And now, because it's not in chronological order anymore, it's algorithmical. So now they're even manipulating us more because they're showing us stuff that we are most likely to respond to, which is crazy, right? It's crazy. And they're keeping us there for us, the marketers. You know, I actually don't think it's a bad thing because I'm a marketer. I want people to be there so that when we push out ads for clients, we get results, you know? So I like it, but bro, it does not change the fact that it's happening, it's there, and it needs to be talked about. You know what I mean? It's not a secret. Bro.
It's just that it's funny because this isn't a new thing. It's just that because social media gave the power to the people that like you get to see what content you want. Right,
not like, really that you want, but what they recommend.
No, I'm saying before when we started. Like with Facebook, how it started. Even Twitter's still chronological, which is kind of cool, but they still update you. But it's still chronological. But you get to see the content that you want, and it's like on your rules. That's how it kind of started, where chronological and this and that before ads. Even it's like I don't have like TV. You're watching, and then like the best part's about to come, and like ad. You know what I mean? Like, and social media had that, and because it gave that to people. And now it's kind of taking that away is why people are like, but like if you think about it, everyone's grown up watching TV and that's all it's ever been. You've always not been able to choose what schedule is going to be on your TV. They tell you the schedule. They tell you what ads you're going to watch. It's not like, I have this TV, so I'm going to get this ad. No, everyone gets the same ad.
Everyone gets the same ad.
It's what we've grown up on. And now social media is kind of
becoming like that.
But it's not even on that. It's bad. But like it's not completely on that scale, and because when it started, there was no ads. It was just like
it was just an app that fun. Everybody was just like having fun, texting.
And now they're kind of taking that power away and that freedom away a little bit. You know, which is understandable. Not really. It's not. I don't know. From a marketing point of view, I get it. You know what I mean.
And how do you feel about the cancel culture? But not necessarily from a social perspective, whereby if like we're a group of people and on social media and somebody does something bad or posts some nonsense and we cancel that person. I'm talking about like how they ban people and they mute them. There's actually a word for it.
Shadow ban.
Hey?
No? The shadow ban?
It doesn't matter. But they just ban people. and they mute them and they cancel and they delete their pages from social media, from Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and all that stuff.
Yeah.
People that sort of now, especially in politics, that have different political views from the norm or from what the propaganda is at the time. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Especially now with this COVID, we're seeing a lot of stuff that is like said to be fake news.
Yeah.
But some of it actually has some substance and some weight.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you think of it, you know what, maybe these political people just don't want this to be blasted out there because it's opposing their agenda.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
How do you feel about that, bro? You think that's good?
I think it's good. It's two sides of the coin, because on one side, it's these companies trying to protect the masses from certain things, but also on the other side, it's restricting freedom of speech.
Exactly. Right.
So but it's so tricky, because there's some countries where you only get certain information. I'm sure, even in you know what I mean. There's countries where the government's actually controlling what you see on social media. You know, and that shifts people's mindsets, type of thing. But I can't say I'm in a position to say it's affected me personally. Where it's it's my perspective or my mindset or whatever, because I use my integrity to know when someone like Donald Trump says something or someone says something. I'm not going to go out to the streets and just do it because but a lot of the masses will, because that's someone they idolize. So I guess it's two sides of the coin, man. I think once the biggest thing I'd say, even with creators, is also that, where you have to post stuff that the platforms want, because then you won't get as much people seeing your stuff, or they'll shadow ban you, or you won't grow because it's not aligned with what the agenda of the platform is. So a lot of people are just de-platforming. So you just have to kind of de-platform if it's affecting you that much. So a lot of creators or a lot of people would just build their own website, build their own platform, where it's if you want to hear from me,
just come
this
here.
is where I'm going to be, and then it's on your rules and it's on your terms. And I think that's probably the way it's going to go if it continues to affect things like that.
But that's the slow route, and it'll if you want to be really successful on if you're trying to be successful, just go on these Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, those platforms, you know what I mean? So I think if you look, if like me and you, we're looking at it from a business perspective, and I love it from a business perspective, from a marketing perspective. It's all good. It's good. It makes us money. Do you know what I mean? It makes our clients money. It's good. But again, from a social perspective and a moral perspective and an ethical perspective, we need not to mute these conversations. We need to carry on having those conversations. That's what I think, bro. And then Buzz, we're just talking about how certain people get muted, but let's move on from that. So on that same, you just spoke about now, some people feel the platforms sort of give people rules to follow. If you want to get certain views and all that, even brands do that, bro. I like a statement that you made, or a comment in the podcast today about the lady or the girl who did not want to be on Triller because she felt it was inorganic. And authenticity, bro, is the best thing for me, especially when working with influencers. I literally think if a brand or an agency headhunt or picks out a specific influencer to work with, they should just give them the brief and give them 100% of creative freedom. They should not I do this when I'm working with an influencer. I just tell them, this is the objective, this is what we expect from you in terms of numbers, you know what I mean? And this is what we'd like to achieve from this, and this is the product, the general brief. But in terms of now creative, briefing or whatever, it's up to them, bro, because you don't want to have, again, these people build cults and people follow them because of what they trust them for, the value that they get from these people. And now when it's easy to see when a person is selling to you, you need not to have the audience feel as if he's selling us this product now. It needs to feel organic. It needs to feel like, you know what, I trust him. He trusts this product, so I trust him. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, that's what I believe. I really believe, Guti, if the guy wants to take the can of Red Bull and literally crush it with a hedge hammer in his video, let him do that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If you feel like that's the right thing.
It's also, that's...
I think
it's
brands
great. I think
really
brands
need to stop doing that.
Yeah, but it's because they trying to protect themselves as well. Because if a brand, let's say, I don't know, they've got to put in guidelines in place so that, because you can't control these people that you are that you're co-signing and that you're putting your name behind. You know what I mean? So creative freedom is fun and all, but then when someone does something that is outside of your brand and the audience reacts negatively to it, then they're gonna say, "But you gave me creative freedom." You know what I mean? So, so a brand needs to put its boundaries in place so that it protects itself, but also in the sense of like, I agree that it needs to be organic. Always that's even if the brand does give the guidelines, the influencers that say, guys, this is a paid ad, like they tell their audience, like then the audience is still more, you know what I mean, like if you give the guy a script, whatever, but the audience is so connected with the person that they understand, okay, this is how he makes his bag. Then they'll actually also be more inclined to go because the guy's telling you, like, guys, this is a paid ad, but this is what's happening. No.
Do you know who, sorry to cut you off, bro, do you know who's the best advertiser or influencer? Like he kills the way he places his ads in his videos or in his content. That guy is brilliant. I think everybody, if you're watching this and you're an influencer, even you, bro, maybe you can go and check out his stuff and get some ideas of how to blend your content into your videos. He kills it. He murders it. You know what I mean? I'm still pulling it up, bro. I'm just kidding.
It's a trouble.
I'm just joking. Linus Tech Tips. Do you know him?
Is it the black guy?
No, not Marquez. Linus Tech Tips is the white guy. He's a shortish guy, but he's also competing with Marquez. They actually, I think they had a challenge to see who was going to reach 10 million subscribers first, but they both in the same level in terms of video quality and content quality. Bro, Linus, and he advertised. Obviously, he does tech tips and computers and cell phones and all that. He advertised like a graphics card so well, bruh. And it's funny as well, which is being funny in advertising is not easy. You know what I'm saying? And the way he does it, really, he's a funny guy. And his personality seems like he's that guy. But the way he does it feels organic and it feels like just like it blends in and it hooks you. Like, what the hell is this guy going to say?
That time it's just advertising a graphics.
It's an ad.
Another guy that's good is David Dobrik.
Yeah.
Like he's good.
He used to date Liza, right?
Yeah, he's good in the sense that when he's doing a brand deal, as soon as he says, guys, this video is sponsored, but you already know someone's either getting something or he's giving. Like, you know what I mean? Because he uses the brands, like the brand that's paying him, he uses that money to like gift his friends in the videos or like fans or like. Okay, this video is sponsored by Honey. You can go buy tickets to any whatever thing in the world. Boom. So you already know, okay, someone's getting something, or this video's gonna be crazy. So then you just buys someone like McDonald's for a year, or he buys like his friends like Teslas. Like you just say like this is your car. You know what I mean? And then that's how people resonate with the brand already, because it's like the whole video you're just smiling because someone, it's funny and like he's giving, he's not using the money on like, I'm getting paid, go use this, like I'm getting paid, but it's he's not like keeping it, it's like for the vlog, it's for his friends,
it's good business like sense, and also it feels like the whole of his followers are part of something great. Like, oh wow, we watched this when he gave you the 100 like a subscription to McDonald's for a whole year. Oh my god, you know what I mean? It feels like we all together in this. It's very very good. I think so. Yeah, bruh. And then NDL Nico.
Yeah.
Have you seen how he does it?
No.
He's a bit abrupt. I don't know. Did you see that stuff he did with McDonald's?
Yeah, the fake McDonald's.
Yeah, the fake McDonald's. What did you think of that?
Yeah.
What did you think of that?
It was good.
Was that a brand deal from McDonald's? What do you think?
I don't think.
You don't think so?
Nah.
But
maybe it was.
But maybe it could have been because like Starbucks, KFC, all of those people were hitting him up after that and saying. I think when he did the fake McDonald's, and he was saying because he did all those pranks, go McDonald's and all these places, and then when he posted. I'm creating a fake fast food joint. Who wants to join? Like pick me, all stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was a brand deal with McDonald's, but the way he does it is also very, very good. It's effective. It reaches a lot of people. It's funny. It's dog. I got caught in a rabbit hole watching his content, and I couldn't get. I'm just like I'm getting right there, man.
Creators that reinvest back into their vlogs build a bigger audience.
I want to tap in quickly. Yeah. You know, Hlanga Vena, one of my favorite campaigns ever was a Burger King campaign. I don't know if you guys saw it when they created what are they called again? On Instagram, it's filter. It's not a filter. It's like what Azile did for AKA for AKA with the thing. Oh, yeah. So they did this thing where it basically involved everyone, right? That's their customers and that's not their customers. So since McDonald's and all of that was known as selling food that's basically processed and everything, so the whole drive for this campaign was to burn McDonald's or other brands down besides Burger King. So what they did is they created this filter and all of this. So what you do is you'd go to a McDonald's and everything, and then you take a video of McDonald's, then you activate the filter, and then it shows the actual McDonald's burning up and whatnot. It was crazy. Since Azile showed me this,
it's crazy,
bro. That thing trended. That thing trended
all over the world.
All over, bro. It trended. When was this thing? I think it was 2018 or 2019. I think it was 2018 So that was a campaign that actually got my eye. I was like, oh, okay. That's why I was saying earlier when I raised the question. I think nowadays it's like we created something for a brand, right? It's under Unanda. We created a stay-at-home, play-safe game. So the aim was for you to purchase the brand when you get home, you get activated to be within the game. So there's this gaming platform called Kahoot. It's basically an educational platform mostly used in schools. So we created a questionnaire around it, right? So now this is a game where we could all play, but we're not in the same house, but we're connected via internet, right? And then it's got a score rating and all of that. Why I go for things like that, they're more interactive. It's like the campaign I raise now. When you're getting people to do something and be involved in something, that's how you get more traction. That's how you actually you turn the like into a sale.
Yes.
Yeah, bro. So for me, if I had a brand right now, it's like the projects we're going to be working on that we can't really disclose right now. That's where I see the marketing and advertising going. Yes, we've got micro influencers and everything, but you need to get the potential customer or the customer involved.
Exactly.
And then it hits home.
And
then it hits home. When you feel like you've been a part of something, you become loyal to that thing, you know?
Couldn't agree with you more, bro. You know, I've got a like, I wish it was a quote that, you know, some things you feel like you've heard, some things you have the same, you have an idea, and it turns out there's a quote, but it's just worded differently. So I believe that the best marketing is marketing that influences people emotionally. You can get people emotionally not attached, but just influenced by your brand in any way. That's marketing. That's the aim of marketing, is to influence anybody emotionally towards your brand. You know what I mean? Sometimes it can be bad. Sometimes it could be like how they say bad publicity is always good. So it could come from a bad context, but turned out to be good. So if you can just influence, that's why in ads you use humor, you use different appeals, you use appeal of love, of friendliness, of affection, of fear. You use all of those strategies and all of those psychological things to influence the person, and they don't even know it most of the time. You know, they see these things using different colors that evoke different emotions in people. That's why perfumes, bro, the way they advertise perfume, like how do you advertise something that is a smell? Product is based on the smell, but you evoke its feelings and emotion. You know, you see this beautiful, sexy girl, and it's always in slow motion in the red dress.
Sex sells.
You know what I'm saying? And oh man,
it's actually taking me back to one of my. Okay, so I don't really watch TV, but I've got 5 series that I've watched before, and I'll forever tell someone that's in business to watch. It's Entourage. It's Billions.
It's also my favorite.
Yeah, it's Billions. It's Ballers. It's what do you call this? This is one of my personal favorites. It's Mad Men. I don't know if you guys have watched Mad Men.
No.
And then which is the last one? I'll think about it. Mad Men is based on a guy named Don Draper. He's one of my idols of marketing. He was the best marketer back in the days when cigarettes were still being advertised on newspaper and stuff like that. And he basically believed in sex selling.
Yeah.
That guy was crazy.
Yeah.
That guy, you guys should watch Mad Men. It's a movie based on olden days and all of that. Don Draper moves marketing so much. It made me understand marketing on different levels.
Yeah.
So as I was saying that, the reason why sex sells is also based on emotions.
Yeah.
You know, you talk about sex to a guy, you show a guy a sexy picture, they're already hooked,
bro.
They're already hooked, because it plays with them.
Exactly,
it plays with them on different levels.
Yeah.
So yeah, man, gents. But all in all, I think throughout this podcast we've raised some.
We've had a great conversation, man. We've had a great conversation, and in wrapping up, before the camera switch off, it was great meeting you, bro.
No, you too, man.
Finally, you here.
Yeah, it's a good first podcast for me.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So you broke your podcast virginity.
Yes, sir.
That's dope, bro. Hopefully we're going to collaborate more in the future. And yeah, man, like, bro, I'm eager to get to know you more from a business perspective, from a friend perspective, all of that stuff. Is always bringing new people into the circle.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks, bro.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you.
I need a beer.
Let's go have some beers.